Hey, school has started, and we all know that the kids bring home certain things, like they bring home their homework. But what else are they bringing home? Probably a few germs. In fact, last evening I was talking to a friend of mine who said that she had literally spent the entire day on the phone helping people because they were having issues with what their kids were bringing home from school other than homework. So they could also be bringing home not only germs, but maybe some stress. Maybe they're feeling stress in certain situations. And when I look at what does stress the bodies, either the kids or ours, I kind of think of it in three phases, or three different categories: trauma, toxins, and then what's going on in our mind. So first, the trauma. And for the kids, I'm not necessarily talking about like a major injury. I'm thinking about the number of hours that they're sitting at a desk during the day, the fact that they're having to go home carrying a heavy backpack. They are spending more time looking down at either their phone or their tablet or even just a book on the desk. They're spending time outside playing with sports. And playing on the playground, and maybe they do sustain some kind of an injury. But anyway, those are all kind of the physical things that can happen to them. Another category I think about are the toxins that we put and they put into their bodies and around their bodies. So that can be pesticides, or it can be some of the chemicals that are in the things that we use around the home. But it also can mean what they're eating and drinking, or what we're eating and drinking, especially since so much of what we're eating nowadays is highly processed food and drinks, and so much sugar that kids are consuming, especially, but even adults. But, we also have to think about their food sensitivities and any digestive concerns that they might have. And then the third thing I think about is what's going on with them mentally or emotionally. They're dealing with so much nowadays: peer pressure, social media, homework, tests, sports, certain expectations that either they have on themselves or they feel like we have put on them. And that's a lot for a kid. I mean, it's a lot for an adult, but I can't imagine for the kids, and especially the teenagers. So when they come home from school, whether it's your own child or maybe your grandchild or whatever, don't just think about one thing. Don't think about just the physical. We have to think about all those things that could possibly be going on. So yeah, what's happening physically, but also what maybe have they been exposed to? And that can mean, like I said, either the environment or what they're eating or drinking. What's going on emotionally? And especially if you've seen a change, that's really important. But the good thing is that there are really some really wonderful, natural, simple strategies that we can use to support them when they're at home, and actually when they then have to go back to school. And you also are at an advantage because you don't have to figure out all those options on your own. If you would like some simple ideas for changes that you can make at home and that you can then also send with them to school to help them, send me a private message. I'll be glad to talk to you a little bit about what's going on, and we can talk about some options that you could have for either yourself or for them or for both. So we'll find out whatever is appropriate for you and your entire family.